Okay, let's talk about leisure time. Do you have any hobbies?
Well, I think everyone has their own leisure pursuits. Mine is reading. The one that I'm reading at the moment is The Godfather by renowned author Mario Puzo. It's a classic, really, and I really recommend it.
Is it important to have a hobby?
Absolutely. I think nowadays life is getting a little bit more hectic, and people are constantly under an enormous amount of stress. So it's important to get into some kind of recreational activities and just unwind and forget about life for a minute.
Is it harmful to spend too much time on a hobby?
Definitely, I think spending excessive time on a hobby may have an adverse effect on people's lives. I mean, they may not get enough time to spend for other priorities like their family or work. For example, it's really easy for me to lose myself in books and just neglect all about my deadlines.
What free time activities would you like to try in the future?
In the future, I would love to have a crack at extreme sports, maybe skydiving. It looks like a blast, and I think I'll get a real kick out of free falling from enormous heights.
Why do so many people like to go to places with water, such as, lakes, oceans, or rivers?
Well, I think it's because for the most part, these places are kind of nice and secluded. So, these days life is very hectic, and sometimes you just need to get away from it all and unwind somewhere that's far away from the hustle and bustle of urban life.
So what kinds of activities do people like to do there?
Oh, all kinds of things really. So obviously the most popular activity would be to go swimming. It's nice to, go for a dip and immerse yourself in the water. A lot of people also like to bask in the sun and get tanned, especially the ladies.
Do you think seaside is more suitable for children or old people?
Actually, that's a tough question because I think that both can actually enjoy the beach. But I would say that if children were to hang out around, the sea, for example, their parents definitely need to keep an eye on them. By contrast, elderly people, for the most part, can take care of themselves.
Do you think government should invest money in developing facilities for water sports?
I'd say no, not really. I think it's the companies who own seaside resorts that should pour money into, recreational facilities like water sports, for example, because it is of interest to them. State budget should be used to address more urgent needs like education and healthcare, for example.